My beloved child, come close to me now. I need you to hear something that will change everything you believe about yourself today. You have been walking through life carrying the weight of rejection, the sting of being turned away, the pain of being excluded, the agony of being abandoned by those who should have embraced you. But I am about to reveal a truth that will shatter every lie rejection has whispered in your ear. Close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath with me. Feel the weight of every rejection you have carried, every door that was slammed in your face, every invitation that never came, every friendship that ended without explanation, every opportunity that was given to someone else. I see it all. I have witnessed every moment when you felt the crushing blow of being unwanted, when you stood on the outside looking in, when you were the last one chosen or never chosen at all. I have collected every tear you cried in the darkness of your room. I have heard every prayer you whispered, asking why you were not enough. I have felt every moment when you questioned your very existence, because the world seemed to have no place for you. But today I am going to show you something that will transform your understanding of your worth forever. You see, my child, the rejection you have experienced from people has been preparing you for something far greater than human acceptance. It has been positioning you for divine acceptance that no human rejection can ever touch. Listen carefully to what I am about to tell you. Let these words sink deep into the wounded places of your heart. Let them reach the parts of you that have been hiding from further hurt. The rejection you have experienced is not a reflection of your value. It is not evidence of your inadequacy. It is not proof that you are flawed or unworthy or broken beyond repair. The rejection you have experienced has been redirecting you toward the one relationship that will never fail you, the one acceptance that will never be withdrawn, the one love that will never change its mind about you. My love for you today. I want to heal the deepest wounds of rejection in your heart. I want to show you that every human rejection has been preparing you for divine acceptance. I want to reveal to you that you are not abandoned. You are chosen. You are not forgotten. You are treasured. You are not rejected. You are beloved beyond measure. Are you ready to receive this truth? Are you ready to let go of the lies that rejection has planted in your heart? Are you ready to discover your true identity as my chosen, accepted, beloved child? Then listen with every fiber of your being. What I am about to tell you will change everything. I see the specific ways rejection has wounded your heart, my child. Let me speak to the exact pain you carry. I see you in the workplace rejection. You pour your heart into your work, only to watch promotions go to others. You offer ideas that are dismissed, then see them implemented when someone else suggests them. You sit in meetings where your voice seems invisible, where your contributions are overlooked, where your presence feels unnecessary. You go home each day wondering if you matter at all in your professional world. I see you in the social rejection. You watch friend groups form around you while you remain on the periphery. You see social media posts of gatherings you were not invited to. You experience the slow fade of friendships that once meant everything to you. You find yourself eating lunch alone, spending weekends by yourself, wondering why you cannot seem to connect with others the way they connect with each other. I see you in the romantic rejection. You open your heart to someone, only to have it handed back to you broken. You experience the pain of unrequited love, of being told you are not the right fit, of watching someone choose another over you. You begin to believe that you are unlovable, that there is something fundamentally wrong with you that makes you unworthy of romantic love. I see you in the family rejection. Perhaps you were the child who never quite measured up to your siblings. Maybe you were the one who was criticized while others were praised. You might have been the scapegoat in your family system, the one who was blamed for problems that were not your fault. You carry the deep wound of feeling unwanted, even by those who should have loved you unconditionally. I see you in the spiritual rejection. You have experienced judgment from religious communities that should have shown you grace. You have been made to feel like your struggles disqualify you from divine love. You have been told that your questions, your doubts, your imperfections make you unacceptable to me. You have been rejected by those who claim to represent me, causing you to wonder if I reject you too. I see you in the creative rejection. You have shared your art, your writing, your music, your ideas with the world, only to have them dismissed or ignored. You have been told that your creative expression is not good enough, not valuable enough, not worthy of attention. You have begun to silence your creative voice because the pain of rejection feels too great to bear. The impact of these rejections runs deeper than surface disappointment. They have created fundamental beliefs about yourself that affect every area of your life. You have developed hypervigilance, constantly scanning for signs of impending rejection. You analyze every conversation, every facial expression, every pause in communication, looking for evidence that you are about to be cast aside again. This exhausting vigilance robs you of the ability to be present in relationships because you are always preparing for them to end. You have built protective walls around your heart. You have learned to expect rejection, so you reject others first. You push people away before they can push you away. You sabotage relationships at the first sign of conflict because you assume the other person will leave anyway. These walls that were meant to protect you have become prisons that isolate you. You have developed people-pleasing behaviors that exhaust your soul. You have learned to contort yourself into whatever shape you think others want, hoping that if you can just be perfect enough, accommodating enough, evolve enough, maybe they will not reject you. But this chameleon existence leaves you feeling like no one truly knows or loves the real you. You have internalized toxic shame that tells you rejection is always your fault. You replay every interaction, wondering what you did wrong, what you could have done differently, how you could have been better. You take responsibility for other people's choices to reject you, as if their inability to see your worth is evidence of your worthlessness. You have developed self-rejection as a defense mechanism. You reject yourself before others can reject you. You engage in negative self-talk, self-sabotage, and self-punishment. You have become your own worst critic, your own harshest judge, your own most consistent source of rejection. The pain of rejection has convinced you that you are fundamentally flawed, that there is something wrong with you that makes you unworthy of love, acceptance, and belonging, that you are destined to be alone, unwanted, forgotten by the world. But my precious child, these beliefs are lies. Every single one of them is a distortion of the truth about who you really are. Now let me show you the truth about rejection from my eternal perspective. Before the foundation of the world, before time began, before the first star was placed in the sky, I chose you, not because of what you would do or accomplish or be like, but simply because I wanted you to exist. Your existence was not an accident or an afterthought. You were specifically, intentionally, purposefully chosen by me. The prophet Jeremiah records my words. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. This knowing was not mere intellectual awareness. This was intimate, personal, relational knowing. I knew your personality, your gifts, your struggles, your dreams, your fears. I knew every day of your life before you lived a single one. And knowing all of this, I still chose you. Let me tell you about Jesus and rejection. My son, who was perfect in every way, experienced rejection more profound than anything you have faced. He was rejected by his hometown. They tried to throw him off a cliff. He was rejected by religious leaders who should have recognized him. He was rejected by his own disciples. They all fled when he needed them most. He was rejected by the crowds who shouted, "Crucify him." He was ultimately rejected by humanity itself. But here is what you must understand. Jesus did not let human rejection define his identity or determine his worth. He knew who he was, my beloved Son, in whom I was well pleased. He knew his mission, to save the world through love. He knew his value, infinite and unchanging. Human rejection could not touch his core identity because it was anchored in divine acceptance. This is the same identity I offer you. You are my beloved child in whom I am well pleased, not because you are perfect, but because you are mine. Not because you have earned it, but because I have chosen it. Not because others accept you, but because I accept you completely and eternally. Consider the story of David. When the prophet Samuel came to anoint the next king of Israel, David's own father did not even consider him worthy to be present. His brothers were all lined up for consideration, but David was left in the fields tending sheep. He was rejected and overlooked by his own family. But I saw David's heart. I saw his faithfulness in small things. I saw his worship in the wilderness. I saw his courage in facing lions and bears. While his family saw the insignificant shepherd boy, I saw a king after my own heart. The rejection David experienced from his family positioned him for divine selection. Their inability to see his worth did not diminish his actual worth. Their rejection became the pathway to his divine calling. Think about the woman at the well. She had been rejected by 5 husbands. She was rejected by her community. That is why she came to draw water alone in the heat of the day, instead of with the other women in the cool of the morning. She was living in shame, isolation, and rejection. But when Jesus encountered her, he did not see a rejected woman. He saw a woman worthy of the longest recorded conversation he had with anyone in the Gospels. He saw a woman worthy of receiving the revelation of his true identity. He saw a woman who would become the first evangelist to her entire city. Her rejection by others positioned her for divine encounter. Her isolation created the perfect setting for intimate conversation with the Messiah. Her shame became the contrast that highlighted the beauty of grace. Remember the parable of the wedding feast. When the invited guests rejected the invitation, I sent my servants to invite everyone else, the poor, the lame, the blind, the outcasts. Those who were rejected by society became the honored guests at my table. This is my pattern throughout history. I specialize in choosing the rejected, elevating the overlooked, and treasuring the discarded. What the world rejects, I often select. What people overlook, I highlight. What society discards, I treasure. Your rejection by others has not disqualified you from my word. It has positioned you for it. Your exclusion from human circles has created space for divine inclusion. Your abandonment by people has prepared you for adoption by me. Here is the profound truth about rejection. Every human rejection you have experienced has been preparing you to receive and appreciate divine acceptance in ways that those who have never been rejected cannot understand. Those who have always been accepted by people often take acceptance for granted. They do not fully grasp the preciousness of being chosen because they have never experienced the pain of being rejected. But you, my child, you will never take my acceptance for granted. You will treasure it, cherish it, and find in it a security that cannot be shaken. Your rejection has been developing in you a capacity for gratitude that will enable you to receive my love more fully than those who have never known the pain of being unwanted. Your wounds have been creating space in your heart for healing that will be deeper and more complete than surface-level acceptance could ever provide. Now let me teach you 7 transformational truths about rejection and acceptance that will revolutionize your understanding of your identity and worth. First truth: rejection is often redirection toward your divine purpose. When doors close in your face, I am often directing you toward the door I have prepared specifically for you. When people reject your gifts, I am often preserving them for the purpose I have designed them to fulfill. When the opportunities pass you by, I am often protecting you from paths that would lead you away from your true calling. Joseph was rejected by his brothers, sold into slavery, falsely accused and imprisoned. Each rejection seemed like a devastating setback, but every rejection was actually a redirection toward his ultimate purpose, saving nations from famine and preserving the lineage through which the Messiah would come. Your rejections are not random acts of cruelty. They are strategic redirections orchestrated by divine wisdom that sees the end from the beginning. What feels like punishment is often preparation. What appears to be abandonment is often positioning. Second truth: human rejection cannot touch your divine identity. Your worth is not determined by human opinion. Your value is not established by human acceptance. Your identity is not defined by human recognition. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You are chosen, holy, and beloved. You are my masterpiece, created for good works that I prepared in advance for you to do. These truths about you are not subject to human vote or approval. They are established by divine decree and cannot be altered by human rejection. When people reject you, they are not rejecting your true self. They are rejecting their limited perception of who you are. They are rejecting the version of you that they can see, understand, or relate to. But they cannot reject the real you because they do not have access to us. To the real you only, I know the real you, and I love everything I see. Third truth. Rejection often reveals the superficiality of human acceptance. Much of what people call acceptance is actually conditional approval based on what you can do for them, how you make them feel, or how you fit into their plans. This is not true acceptance. It is utilitarian relationship. When this pseudo-acceptance is withdrawn, it reveals that it was never real acceptance to begin with. True acceptance loves you for who you are, not for what you provide. True acceptance remains constant, regardless of your performance, your easyfulness, or your ability to meet expectations. My acceptance of you is based on my love for you, not on your ability to earn or maintain it. My acceptance is not contingent on your behavior, your achievements, or your ability to avoid mistakes. My acceptance is unconditional, unchanging, and eternal. Fourth truth. Rejection can be protection from wrong relationships. Not every relationship that seems desirable is actually beneficial for you. Not every group that appears welcoming would actually nurture your growth. Not every opportunity that looks attractive would actually advance your purpose. Sometimes I allow rejection to protect you from relationships that would diminish you, compromise your values, or lead you away from your calling. Sometimes the pain of rejection is actually the mercy of protection in disguise. The job you did not get might have been toxic to your soul. The relationship that ended might have been stunting your growth. The group that excluded you might have been influencing you in ways that would have damaged your character or derailed your destiny. Fifth truth. Rejection develops resilience and character. Every rejection you survive makes you stronger. Every exclusion you endure develops your independence. Every abandonment you overcome increases your capacity to stand alone when necessary. This is not to say that rejection is good or that you should seek it out. But I can use even painful experiences to develop qualities in you that could not be developed any other way. Resilience is forged in the fires of difficulty. Character is developed through the pressure of adversity. The rejection you have experienced has been developing in you a strength that those who have never been rejected do not possess. It has been teaching you to find security in me rather than in human approval. It has been training you to derive your sense of worth from divine love rather than human acceptance. Sixth truth. Rejection creates capacity for compassion. Those who have never been rejected often lack empathy for those who have. They cannot understand the pain of exclusion because they have never experienced it. They cannot relate to the struggle of feeling unwanted because they have never felt unwanted. But you, my child, you have a capacity for compassion that can only be developed through personal experience of pain. You can comfort others with the comfort you have received. You can encourage the rejected because you understand their pain. You can include the excluded because you remember what it felt like to be left out. Your rejection has been developing in you a ministry of acceptance that will touch lives in ways that those who have never been rejected cannot. Your wounds are becoming sources of healing for others. Your pain is becoming a pathway to purpose. Seventh truth. Divine acceptance is infinitely superior to human acceptance. Human acceptance is limited, conditional, and temporary. It is based on incomplete knowledge, changeable emotions, and selfish motivations. It can be withdrawn, manipulated, or lost. But divine acceptance is unlimited, unconditional, and eternal. It is based on perfect knowledge, unchanging love, and selfless grace. It cannot be earned, lost, or altered by your performance or behavior. When you truly understand and receive divine acceptance, human rejection loses its power to devastate you. Not because human rejection does not hurt, but because you have found a source of acceptance that is infinitely more valuable and completely sincere. You will still prefer human acceptance to human rejection. That is natural and healthy. But you will not need human acceptance to feel worthy, valuable, or solved. You will have found your security in an acceptance that no human rejection can touch. Now let me give you 5 practical steps to heal from rejection and walk in divine acceptance. Step 1. Identify and challenge rejection-based beliefs. Rejection creates lies that become beliefs that control your behavior. These beliefs operate below the surface of your conscious awareness, but they powerfully influence how you see yourself, others, and relationships. Begin by identifying specific rejection-based beliefs you carry. Common ones include, I am not good enough. There is something wrong with me. I will always be rejected. I am unlovable. I do not belong anywhere. I am a burden to others. Write these beliefs down. See them in black and white. Then, for each belief, write the divine truth that contradicts it. For I am not good enough. Write, I am fearfully and wonderfully made. For there is something wrong with me. Write, I am chosen and beloved. For I will always be rejected. Write, I am accepted in the beloved. Practice speaking these divine truths out loud every day. Your mind has been programmed by rejection lies through repetition. It must be reprogrammed by divine truth through repetition. This is not positive thinking. This is truth alignment. Step 2. Stop seeking acceptance from those who have rejected you. One of the most painful patterns rejection creates is the compulsive need to win back those who have rejected you. You find yourself trying harder to please those who have hurt you, working to prove your worth to those who have dismissed you, seeking approval from those who have abandoned you. This pattern keeps you trapped in cycles of rejection because you are trying to get something from people who have already demonstrated they cannot or will not give it to you. You are trying to fill a bucket with holes in the bottom. Make a conscious decision to stop seeking acceptance from those who have rejected you. This does not mean you become bitter or resentful toward them. It means you stop making their opinion of you more important than my opinion of you. Redirect the energy you have been spending trying to win human acceptance toward receiving divine acceptance. Instead of working to prove your worth to people, practice receiving your worth from me. Step 3. Practice selective vulnerability. Rejection often creates 2 opposite but equally unhealthy responses. Either you become completely closed off to avoid further rejection, or you become completely open in desperate attempts to find acceptance. Both responses are problematic. Complete closure prevents you from experiencing the healthy relationships I have planned for you. Complete openness makes you vulnerable to further rejection from people who are not safe or mature enough to handle your heart well. The healthy response is selective vulnerability, learning to discern who is safe to be vulnerable with and who is not. This requires developing discernment about character, maturity, and emotional health in others. Safe people demonstrate consistency between their words and actions. They show empathy for others' pain. They take responsibility for their own mistakes. They respect boundaries. They do not use personal information as weapons during conflict. On-key people are inconsistent, lack empathy, blame others for their problems, violate boundaries, and use vulnerability against you. Learning to distinguish between safe and unwise people protects you from unnecessary rejection while allowing you to experience healthy acceptance. Step 4. Develop a daily acceptance practice. Just as rejection was reinforced through repeated experiences, acceptance must be reinforced through repeated practices. You need daily reminders of your divine acceptance to counteract the lies that rejection has planted in your mind. Create a morning routine that begins with acceptance affirmations based on Scripture. Stand in front of a mirror and declare, "I am chosen by God. I am loved by God. I am accepted by God. I am valuable to God. I belong to God." Throughout the day, when rejection thoughts arise, immediately replace them with acceptance truths. When you think, "I do not belong here," immediately think, "I belong to God." When you think, "Nobody wants me," immediately think, "God wants me." Before bed, practice gratitude for divine acceptance. Thank me for choosing you, loving you, accepting you, and never rejecting you. This practice rewires your brain to default to acceptance rather than rejection. Step 5. Become an agent of acceptance for others. One of the most powerful ways to heal from rejection is to become someone who offers acceptance to others who have been rejected. This transforms your pain into purpose and your wounds into sources of healing. Look for people who are experiencing rejection in your workplace, your community, your family, or your social circles. These are the people who are excluded, overlooked, dismissed, or marginalized. Intentionally include them, acknowledge them, and show them acceptance. This is not about rescuing everyone or fixing everyone's problems. It is about offering the gift of acceptance that you have received from me. It is about becoming a reflection of my accepting love in a world full of rejection. When you give acceptance to others, you reinforce your own understanding of acceptance. When you include others, you remember that you are included. When you show others they belong, you remember that you belong. This practice creates a positive cycle where healing from rejection leads to helping others heal from rejection, which deepens your own healing and creates more opportunities to help others. Now, my beloved child, I want you to receive prayer and meditation that will seal these truths in your heart. Close your eyes and take a deep breath with me. I want you to imagine yourself standing in a beautiful garden. The sun is warm on your face. The air is fresh and clean. You are completely safe here. Now I want you to see me walking toward you. I am smiling because I am so happy to see you. My eyes are full of love, acceptance, and joy. There is no disappointment in my expression, no criticism in my gaze. no rejection in my posture. I am walking toward you because I have been waiting for this moment. I have been waiting to tell you something that will change everything for you. I reach out my hands to you, and you place your hands in mine. My hands are warm, strong, and gentle. These are the hands that formed you, that have been guiding you, that have been protecting you even when you did not know it. I look into your eyes, and I speak these words directly to your heart. My precious child, you are not rejected. You are chosen. You are not abandoned. You are treasured. You are not forgotten. You are remembered always. You are not unwanted. You are desired. You are not excluded. You are included in my family forever. Feel these words sinking into the deepest places of your heart. Feel them healing the wounds that rejection has created. Feel them filling the empty spaces that abandonment has left behind. Now I want you to repeat these declarations with me. I am chosen by God, and no human rejection can change that truth. I am loved by God, and no human abandonment can alter that reality. I am accepted by God, and no human exclusion can touch that security. I am valued by God, and no human dismissal can diminish that worth. I am wanted by God, and no human rejection can make me unwanted. I belong to God, and no human exclusion can make me homeless. I am God's beloved child, and nothing can separate me from His love. Now I want you to feel my love surrounding you like a warm embrace. This love is not conditional on your performance. It is not based on your ability to avoid mistakes. It is not dependent on your capacity to please others. This love is yours simply because you exist. Simply because I wanted you to be. Simply because you are mighty. Let this love fill every space in your heart that rejection has emptied. Let it heal every wound that abandonment has created. Let it restore every part of you that exclusion has damaged. You are completely accepted by me, completely loved by me, completely treasured by me. And my acceptance of you is not subject to human vote or approval. It is established by divine decree and sealed by divine love. Receive this truth now. Let it become more real to you than any rejection you have experienced. Let it become the foundation of your identity and the source of your security. You are not rejected. You are beloved. My precious beloved child, today you have heard truth that has the power to transform your life completely. You have learned that rejection is not your identity, but redirection toward your destiny. You have discovered that human rejection cannot touch divine acceptance. You have understood that your worth is not determined by human opinion, but by divine love. The rejection you have experienced has been painful, but it has not been pointless. It has been preparing you for something greater than human acceptance. Divine acceptance that is unconditional, unchanging, and eternal. Every door that has closed in your face has been redirecting you toward the door I have prepared specifically for you. Every person who has rejected you has been making space for the relationships I have designed to nurture your growth and fulfill your purpose. You are not damaged goods because you have been rejected. You are not second choice because you have been overlooked. You are not inferior because you have been excluded. You are my first choice. You are my treasured possession. You are my beloved child, in whom I am well pleased. The world may not always recognize your value, but I do. People may not always see your worth, but I do. Others may not always appreciate your gifts, but I do. And my opinion is the only one that ultimately matters. My acceptance is the only one that truly counts. My love is the only one that will never fail you. As you go forward from this moment, remember that you carry within you the acceptance of the Creator of the universe. You are not walking through life as a rejected person hoping to find acceptance. You are walking through life as an accepted person who happens to encounter rejection from those who cannot see what I see in you. Their inability to see your worth does not diminish your actual worth. Their failure to recognize your value does not reduce your actual value. Their choice to reject you does not change the truth that you are chosen by me. Tomorrow, when you wake up, you will wake up as someone who knows they are accepted. When you face situations that might trigger old rejection fears, you will remember that you are secure in divine acceptance. When you encounter people who might reject you, you will know that their rejection cannot touch your true identity. You are not rejected. You are beloved. You are not abandoned. You are treasured. You are not forgotten. You are remembered always. You are not unwanted. You are desired. You are not excluded. You are included in my family forever. Live from this truth. Walk in this confidence. Rest in this security. And remember, tomorrow I will have another message for your heart. Another truth to heal your wounds. Another revelation to strengthen your soul. Come back tomorrow, and I will speak to you again. I will continue the work of healing that has begun today. I will keep revealing to you the depths of my love and the security of my acceptance. Until then, rest in this truth. You are my beloved child, and nothing, absolutely nothing, can separate you from my love. I have accepted you completely. I have chosen you eternally. I have loved you perfectly, and I always will.